welcome back. I thought today we would do just a little tour of my craft room. I love watching these videos when everyone else does them, and I was inspired by K-Row Designs and her craft room tour, and I'll leave her linked down below in the description box so you can check her craft room tour out and also check out the other videos on her channel. She's very inspiring, so took a cue from her and decided to do one for my own. So go ahead and take a step in. And I am very fortunate. I have my own room for craft room, and I do share it with my husband. So it's a craft room slash music room. So walking in through the door, this is kind of my husband's little tiny corner, everything that I give him. So he's got a couple of his guitars and his amp and things like that over there. Of course, we have the Raskog carts here. His is just filled with all of his different music equipment, chords, and things like that. And then mine that I have here, I have a Canon selfie with the paper loader, some extra ink and paper as well. I have some envelopes for when I pay a couple bills that I still need to send in through the USPS. The second rack here, I've got an Erin Condren pouch with a Kiki K that I'm not using right now. And I also have a spare Carpe Diem planner. On the bottom here, I've got a candle warmer. Also some sticky pouches from Target Dollar Spot. And when I saw these, I grabbed like a stupid amount of them because I'd never seen them. They're always sold out, and I decided just to grab a bunch, and I use them for so many different things. This little container right here just has some little magazines and little things that I use for scraps. Coming over to the desk area, my husband has his speakers that he uses for his music recording, and these little shelf things that I got came from Ikea, and then we just bought the little boards from Michael's, set them on top of the risers there so he can have his speakers. Just the way he needs them when he records music. This desk also right here is from Ikea, and it's one of those where you pick the top and then you can pick the legs. Over here we just have a little cup where it's got his tuner, some guitar picks and spare parts for his guitars. Moving over from that desk, I have a corner group here that I also got from Ikea, and I'm using one of my lighting kit lights just because it's very dark in this room, so I need all the extra light that I can get. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. On top of the desk, I just have a peacock candle that my sister gave me. I love peacocks. They're my favorite animal, and anything that has peacock on them I am all about. This large diamond I got from my grandma, so it's just kind of decorative up there. I have an owl cup that I got from my sister. On the first shelf here I have an external backup for my computer and my laptop, a Polaroid zinc, a gold stapler. Here I have my traveler's notebooks. So these just house inserts that have memory keeping in them. And this is my current memory keeping book. So I just keep it out so I can work on it frequently before it's filled up, and I put it back in here. The Filofax personal size. This has like credit cards and bill information, so I have everything in one spot. I keep just a little cleaner in here so that way I can just touch up and clean anytime that I need to. On my paper holder, I just have some tape for when I do shipping. I've got copy paper, sticker paper, and then down here is just where I keep my current bills or things that I need to file. Up on top of the shelf, I have my printer, and I have a couple different candles. So when I burn them down far where they don't burn anymore, I just keep on the side and use a candle warmer to get the last little bit of scent out of them that I can. Another peacock cup here that came from my sister. Down here in the corner, I put my silhouette in there, and anytime that I'm going to print and cut, I just pull it out towards me so I can use it. And I bought this desk purposely for that reason, for my silhouette to fit in there. And I did have my area set up in our second living room initially, but I decided I wanted to move it into the bedroom. Down here, I have just this plastic bin thing that I got at Big Lots many, many years ago. So it's old, it's dirty, it's stained, but I still use it because it fits really well under here. And then in the first drawer here, I just have some old markers, Sharpies, things that I'm not using, some regular pens, just extras that I got in a pack at Costco, so they're in there. In the back, I have some notepads. In my second drawer, I just have some bulk tape that I got at Staples. Just some different things in here, so like silhouette tools, a pair of scissors, some pencils. And a funny story, when I was a little kid, my mom used to put pencils on my stocking all the time. And there's a home video of me where I'm excited to get pencils. And I'm just like, oh my God, pencils. So my husband, he puts pencils on my stocking every year now. And it's just kind of a funny joke between us. I have some Post-it notes down over here and just some extra little screws, spare parts for things. On the bottom, I just have more copy paper over here. And right here, I have my binder that houses all of my paper and glam inserts through over the last, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. I can't remember exactly how long she's been doing stickers, but I've been doing digital the whole time. So anytime I have some extras every month, they're in here. And then I just put them in my smaller binder to use daily as needed for the month. On the other side of the desk here, I've got this cute little sign that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I usually always have a candle going right there. Second, or I should say the first shelf, I just have some stamps, different things for paying bills, a roller stamp to put in my traveler's notebook so I can date all the spreads that I do. This little container here, I put coupons or anything that I need to file or anything that I need to have handy. The second shelf, I have, well, second and third here, I have a couple of the washi drawers that I found at Michael's. I got these on sale with a 20% coupon on top of that. And everything that I'm showing today, I'll go ahead and leave down in the description box if I can find it online, so you can buy it if you'd like to. And now my washi drawers don't have any rhyme or reason. I just have, you know, just kind of filled up. I have extras up here if I have multiples. I have a lot of my 5mm here. My Simply Gildeds are in front because I reach for them more often than not. But everything else that I had prior to Simply Gilded, I just also put in here. And kind of my color, kind of not. There's no real reasoning the way I do it. They just kind of fell in there. And then my last drawer. This desk here also came from Ikea, and it was flush with this desk here, so that's why I chose that desk. On top, I just have a pencil pouch with a bunch of pens, some washi tape, a coaster for when I'm drinking coffee while I'm planning, a little phone holder so I can turn on YouTube or watch something while I'm planning. On the top here, I've got a carousel from Michael's. I got it half price with an additional 20% coupon. So in here, I just have some basic stickers from Inkwell Press. I also have a couple of just random little pieces of paper, an X-Acto knife, some razor blades, tools for my silhouette. I've got my most commonly used stickers for when I'm doing my memory keeping. A lot of Reset Girl, mainly in here. some really old Erin Condren stickers that she used to give out with her planners, and I got that the very first time I ever made an order. Oh, let me show you the drawer in here. I've just got some extra parts, like an extra silhouette blade, an X-Acto knife blade, and a paper trimmer blade. In here, I have some extra pens, some duplicates from what's in my pencil pouch, a tape runner, some highlighters. And the bottom drawer, I just have some extra memory cards. Up here, I just have a notepad, my stamps, and look at this reading one. Is this not adorable? I think, yeah, it came from Studio L2E, and the day she released it, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And of course, I've only used the rating one, but I'm just scared to use them, and I know I should just use them. Over here, I've got my flare pens, a couple of different ink pens that my dad made. I keep both my scissors up here, the regular ones. I have my precision scissors, that's a hard word for me, I want to say stickers, that I use for my memory keeping and just for paper crafting. This drawer here, I just have some various paper clips, some extra notepads, and on the very top, I just keep a couple little things like charging cables that I use to plug in my Kindle and also my headphones. This first drawer here, these also came from Michaels, and they typically have them, they come in a 3 set of either size, and they typically have them 50% off, and then if you sign up for their email, you can actually get a 20% off additional for that. So here I just have some binder clips, some large paper clips. In here are just some sticky notes, a razor blade, some staples. Over here, look how cute that is. My sister got that for me, and I just keep it here, so every time I open my drawer, I can read that. But in this side, I just have a couple more stamps. I've got some little tiny sticker bits, a lot of Chic Sparrow in there, a jump band for my traveler's notebooks. In this little container, I've got some more binder clips and staples. On this side, I have tags, bookmarks, other little tiny tags, and things like that. And this side is my hole punch and my crocodile for when I'm doing rounding my corners. On this side, just a couple of different pocket-sized notebooks and just some papers and kind of random things. I keep my ruler on the side here, a label maker, and a calculator. Over to my additional cart over here. This came from Michaels as well. I have all of the Paper and Glam book club books that are on the top here. On the bottom, I put a couple of books that I put on my TBR for the rest of this month. I've got my God and Glam Bible study things here. So my Bible, Living the Christian Year, and also my Carpe Diem binder with the inserts so I can do my Bible study. On the bottom, I have a notepad that I use for Paper and Glam Book Club. So while I'm reading the book, I might jot down my favorite quotes, page numbers, questions that I might want to ask during the live when we do our planning session. And I also have some Hammermill paper, a 32-pound paper there. And if you ever watch the Paper and Glam Book Club, the live feed, when I'm talking, this is my background. So I'm typically sitting at the desk here at the computer, and this is what you'd be seeing when you're watching me talk. All right, let's go ahead and move this out of the way. In this drawer, I have a number 9 Foxy Fix Traveler's Notebook with an extra May Designs book. This here is just extra. I haven't found anything to fill it up with, so it's fairly empty for right now. I have some extra inserts, and I also have some stickers and a CD writer for my computer. Following up to my shelves right here, I have a long arm stapler for when I'm making inserts, a guillotine cutter that I found at Salvation Army for $6. My shoe boxes up here, and don't pay attention to my labels, they were just really quick with a Post-it so I wouldn't forget what was in there. But I keep any extra dividers, so anything for my A5, my personal, or also my traveler's notebooks are going to go up there. All of my extra inserts for any of my binders or my traveler's notebooks are in that box. My top box is keepsakes, so if we go anywhere or travel, you know, if there's any type of like hotel memorabilia or anything that we bring home from our trips, that goes in there right now. The middle box is anything that has to do with Christmas. So if there's any like stickers or ephemera or things like that, washi tape, it all goes in that box. And this last box is empty right now. This little holder also came from Big Lots. At the very top, I just have a couple of extra cables. And same with my second drawer, just more cables. And the bottom is just kind of a catch-all. In this first basket here, I have some Erin Condren sticker books and pouches. I also have some other little sticker books. Up here, I've got ephemera, some clips, more ephemera, some Reset Girl items, and some Erin Condren items back here. I have a paper pad and a pack of ephemera that is open. My second box, I have some thank you cards, a paper pack, a couple different paper packs, some blank cards, and also some Carpe Diem inserts. My third basket, I have some markers, colored pencils, some ink joys, ink pens, some notebooks, some just extra notebooks that are there. On my second shelf, I have my paper trimmer, a box that I am just putting some extra pieces in that I use for my memory keeping. So if I have some paper left over or I need a little piece, I've been going through this box first. This I also got at Michael's, and this is a container that has, you open this up, let's see if I can get it to stick there, and each one of these comes out. So I have them all labeled, like the Reset Girl cards, stickers, bits, library cards, fall, Christmas, to Christmas, and simple stories. So if I have Project Life cards or little ephemera, they're going to go in this box. Next over, I have an Amazon Basics laminator and also a postal scale. So if I am selling anything online through eBay or the buy-sell trade boards, I can weigh my product so I can mail it. This first bin came from Hobby Lobby, and in here I just have different pouches that have come from my traveler's notebooks, some bags, a couple of spare traveler's notebooks. On the third shelf, I have another one of these bins, and this is where I keep some other inserts. I have a lot of these Doris paper packs, sticker books, a paper pad. I keep additional shipping supplies, so tissue paper to wrap my products, a mailer, and some sheet protectors. This paper pad was from Michael's. I wish I would have got like 3 or 4 of them, but I've got the one, so I've been very careful with it. I have some containers here. These are for scrapbook sized paper, and I have a lot of scrapbook paper, loose paper, and pads in both of these. And on my last shelf, I have more shipping supplies, a container that just has some notepads and page flags that are extra, some junk in the corner because you know you've got to have some junk somewhere, Down here, just a trash can and my paper shredder. The very bottom container has stamps and ink. This container has different size ribbons, so if I'm making cards or wrapping presents, and also a laser printer. And this rack here I did get from Amazon. I have a Lisa Frank calendar, which I was so stoked to get. When we were at the dollar store, I found it and I was squealing, and my husband was just kind of like, "What are you so excited for?" And he saw what I was holding and he totally got it. So I've got this paper container here that I got from my aunt. One of my trusty Harvey seatbelt bags, which I am totally in love with. So I just keep that there. Inside here, I just have some loose stickers. I have this weekly Kickstart from Inkwell Press, and it was a sample, so if I want to use it, I just put it in my printer and make a copy of it. I have some very vintage Paper and Glam stickers. I also have, let's see, there's more of those stickers. I have other stickers here that I made myself, and also just some random stickers that have come from the Silhouette Design Store. So it's kind of a catch-all for loose random stickers. This container here I got at Michael's, that was 50% off. My top drawer, I have a spare Bible and my Paper and Glam God and Glam Bible study. This container doesn't have anything in it yet, so I'm just leaving it until I find a purpose for it. My second drawer, this houses all of my Chic Sparrow traveler's notebooks that I keep in the dust bags. The third here is paper that doesn't necessarily have a theme for like a holiday or a season. Also, I have just some different cardstock, different little cards, which I am totally obsessed with these by Graphic 45. Anything that has like a steampunk type theme, that's totally my jam. I've got some old Reset Girl items in here, just random stickers. The fourth drawer is everything that is fall. So I have the Reset Girl, a ton of her stickers. And I'm going to leave her linked below if you've never seen her before. She is one of the first people I have ever followed on YouTube to get ideas, and she is just an amazing, wonderful lady. And so if you haven't checked her out yet, I will leave her down below. Please do so. So these are all of my fall items. And I have a lot of paper packs that I've collected over the years, primarily Echo Park and Simple Stories. They are my favorite. So just a bunch of old paper pads. And on my bottom drawer is everything that is Christmas. So some postcards, sticker books, you know, planner stickers, ephemera, just a bunch of paper pads. Like I said, Echo Park, Simple Stories, kind of my jam. So that's everything that's in there. And that's it. That is everything that is in my tiny little craft room here. Everything that I can find links for everything that I have, I will leave that in the description box. If you have any questions for me, leave those down below as well. So I hope you enjoyed taking a little tour through my little craft room. I know everything is not 100% organized beautifully, but you know, I think that's part of being a crafter, is that, you know, you kind of just do what you can with what you got in the space that you have. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up on the way out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.